Meet up close and personal Dr. Bruno Cortis. Dr. Cortis will show us a path to healing and opening our hearts and spirits to a new lifestyle. Welcome to The Greatness in You. I'm Will Horton. Today, our topic is a healthy mind, body, and spirit. Joining me today to talk about a healthy mind, body, and spirit is Dr. Bruno Cortis. Welcome to The Greatness in You, Dr. Cortis.
Thank you, Dr. Horton.
You are a medical doctor.
Yes.
Tell me about your practice and specialty.
Well, my specialty is cardiology, but I'm dedicating now my time and my life to teaching people principles of health. How to prevent disease fascinates me more than the disease itself.
You've written a breakthrough book. I was reading it last night and I couldn't put it down. It's called Heart and Soul. Tell me about Heart and Soul.
Well, in my office, I created a conference room for patients and their families. And in that room, I invite a patient to open their heart and share their own feelings. So I discovered the patient as a person, and I collected stories which are very inspiring to others, and they can help prevent disease.
You stated in your book that, that a type A behavior leads to heart disease. Now, that really concerned me, and let me tell you why. Because I have a type A personality, a type A behavior. So am I more likely to get heart disease because of my type A personality?
I don't think so, Dr. Horton. There is a toxic component in type A behavior, which is hostility. Mm-hmm. So to be in a hurry and do many things and accomplish many things as you do, it's a plus. The problem comes when hostility, and by hostility I mean a cynical attitude, anger and aggressive behavior. You don't have any of the three.
Am I hearing you right? You're saying that being hostile can kill me?
No, hostility increases the chances of heart attack, but you don't have it.
Yes. And so I'll make sure that I don't get it.
No, don't get it.
What about other things like hate, anger? Those things are stressful on the heart as well.
Absolutely. These are negative emotions, and they are stressors for the heart. The other heart stressors are, in addition to type A behavior, stress, and particularly the time perception. You know, people who are pressed by time, and for them, for instance, 1 minute only lasts for 30 seconds. So their life is accelerated. That is not healthy. But hostility is the main one.
What is the relationship between the mind and the heart?
Well, there are two domains within ourselves. The mind is driven by the ego, which has two forces that drive the ego: power and control. The ego wants power and control all the time. And the way the ego controls us is because many times we are here, but we are not here. We are thinking of the past. Or other times we worry about the future. And in so doing, we miss the present, which is the only reality that we have. So that's the mind. The mind is that part of ourselves that is impatient, judgmental, mortality phobic, anxious. So this is the domain of the mind, which is the domain of no control in essence. The other domain is the heart. Now the heart is driven by love, while the mind is driven by fear. So these are the difference between these two domains. The mind is materialistic. The heart is spiritual. The mind is selfish, me, me, me. The heart is altruistic. The mind is a reactive system. The heart is a contemplative system. The mind says, don't trust anybody. The heart is trusting. So in order to find balance in life, we have to discover also the domain of the heart.
Am I hearing some Freudian psychology here?
No, well, just a personal experience. We think of the heart like a muscle that needs to be cut, bypassed, transplanted, angioplasty. In reality, the heart is a spiritual organ. In your heart, there is your soul. And within your heart, there is the Spirit of God that guides you. So why listen only to the mind, which is creative and beautiful, but also pay attention to your heart?
So what I'm hearing is that there are some factors in which contribute to heart disease.
Yes, of course. The risk factors are, for what we know, smoke is the number one. Smoke kills a lot of people. Let me remind you that since 1900 up to today, heart disease is the number one killer for men and women. All the cancers together are less than heart disease. Exactly 2,400 people die daily of cardiovascular disease. So smoke is one. The second is high blood pressure. There are 60 million Americans who have high blood pressure, 1 person out of 4. Diabetes is the third one. The majority of diabetics die of heart disease. And fourth is high cholesterol. High cholesterol, especially the so-called bad cholesterol, is the one who accumulates in the wall of the heart.
Now, you talk about the 7 factors that contribute to heart disease. So some of those are some of your 7 factors, or are there more?
These are the main one. But an additional one that I feel is extremely important is stress. Because if you consider a stressed person tends to have higher blood pressure, higher pulse rate, they tend to eat more because they are stressed, so they may gain weight. And that can predispose to not only high blood pressure, but also diabetes. So it's a vicious circle. Mm-hmm. But stress in our society is, to me, a very important factor.
We have to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Discover the personal powers that unlock the genius and greatness in you. Will Horton, author of the Wisdom for Greatness series, has written a breakthrough book, The 30 Power Principles, 30 life-changing principles that will help to give birth to your greatness. The 30 Power Principles can help you awaken and bring forth infinite possibilities for happiness, health, success, and greatness. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
The 52 Principles for Successful Living, Keys to Success and Victorious Living by Will Horton, will elevate your mind, lift your spirit, and take you to the pinnacle of success. They provide the key to success. They will connect you to the power of your higher self. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Will Horton's Power Quotes is a 6-volume collection of power quotes that will get you in the power zone. Volume 1, Power for Dreams. Volume 2, Power for Success. Volume 3, Power for Hopes. Volume 4, Power for Winning. Volume 5, Power for Greatness. Volume 6, Power for Life. Future success awaits those who make the best use of the present, says Horton. Will Horton's Power Quotes, the 6-volume set, is available at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Welcome back. We're talking about a healthy mind, body, and spirit with Dr. Bruno Cortis. One of the most powerful resources of the human spirit is your ability to think. Thoughts have the power to produce success, happiness, and good health. Number 1, the most precious of your mental abilities is your self-control. The power of self-control gives you the ability to control both internal forces and external forces in your life. Number 2, Self-control gives you the power to master your emotional needs. When you have self-control, you have the power to delay gratification. Number 3, make your will a strong power. It is your mental power to exercise choice, to resist and control your desires and need for immediate gratification. Let's hear what some people on the street are saying about today's hot topic.
When it comes to health, it's very important that you try to live a stress-free life. A lot of our ailments come from that. And a lot of it is also being aware of what's going on, what you put into your body, making sure you exercise, and again, living a stress-free life if you can.
I don't eat unhealthy. I bake a lot, baked foods, no fried foods. I don't eat pork, I don't eat beef, so I'm really health conscious, unconsciously. Like, I don't go around like, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. I just don't do it. It became like a way of life.
Hello, my name is Latonia Miller. I reside on the north side of Chicago, and you have greatness in you.
We have to take a short break. When we return, we'll learn wisdom for a healthy you.
The ABCs of Self-Esteem by Will Horton can be used to help children develop highly effective habits that will lead to happiness and success in life. The ABCs of Self-Esteem was written for families to enhance and build self-esteem in both young and old. Buy the ABCs of Self-Esteem at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400. Shipping is free.
Martin Luther King Jr. is a hero, an inspirational book for children from early childhood through middle and late childhood. Martin Luther King Jr. is a hero will help parents and children better plan their life's journey, aim, and destination. The book will help young children give birth to their dreams. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400. As always, shipping is free.
Make your child head of the class. Head of the Class Early Childhood Development Center, 1900 East 87th Street, Chicago. Committed to excellence in education. Call 773-721-7500.
Wisdom Keys for Greatness, Rules of Success for Teens, book and workbook by Will Horton will get you ready for success. Rules of Success for Teens prepares you for future success and greatness. The rule of conduct for tomorrow's success is to prepare for it today. Be ready to board the success train when it stops at your station in life. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Welcome back. Let's learn wisdom for a healthy you. Doctor, what can we do to prevent getting diabetes? I know you've written a book about the subject.
Well, I always love to emphasize still adhering to lifestyle modifications, even if you have to end up on medications. And that is because the natural history of type 2 diabetes, as time goes on, if you don't make those lifestyle modifications, if you don't begin to adjust your diet and you're just relying on medications, if you don't begin to cut down on the refined carbohydrates and watching your weight, eventually the pancreas begins to wear down and can no longer secrete insulin. This is why the myth that's out there is that, if a person is diagnosed with diabetes, they inevitably end up with insulin. If you fail to make those lifestyle modifications and reduce the weight, thereby helping the pancreas to secrete as much insulin as it can, but also help the cells of the body to be more responsive to that insulin, you will end up on insulin, for instance.
We have to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to get up close and personal with Dr. Bruno. Stay with us.
The ABCs of Success, A to Z rules and action steps for success by Will Horton will help give rise to victorious living. They will help you condition your mind for success, keep a positive attitude, get in the success zone, achieve success and victory. Buy it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Wisdom Keys, Great Proverbs and Sayings by Will Horton is a 4-book collection of timeless proverbs and sayings that provide sage advice and guidance for successful living. They are a fountain of knowledge that will inspire, motivate, and empower you to achieve greatness. Book 1, Ability to Extraordinary. Book 2, Failure to Knowledge. Book 3, Lack to Purpose. Book 4, Quarrel to You. Will Horton's Proverbs and Sayings are rules of conduct for successful living. Buy the 4-book set at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books at 773-445-2400. Shipping is free.
The Biblical Success Principles, The Laws and Power of God by Will Horton is a theology of success. The Biblical Success Principles book and study guide can be used to bring forth God's will and purpose for your life. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping.
Welcome back. We have Dr. Bruno Cortis with us. Dr. Cortis, tell me about this healing personality.
The healing personality is proper of an individual who considers the disease as an opportunity to look deep within himself or herself and find the necessary strength to achieve lifestyle and behavioral changes. These people are patients who are not worried about how sick they are, but how healthy they are. They want to live life, not prolonging life. So the healing personality is gifted with a power of rely on a spiritual universe that can guide us and instruct us and support us and be of extreme help in the healing process. So healing is not only in the hands of the physician, because the physician heals the physical part of the body, but it's up to the patient to take care of the wound that we all have when we get sick. We have a physical wound and a spiritual one. And it's that in the spiritual heart that lies the solution to the problem.
Wow, that's powerful. This information could help us to live longer lives.
Definitely yes.
How does one develop this healing personality?
Well, yes, the person has to be aware that we have a physical heart that can get sick, unfortunately. But the healing of the physical heart lies in the spiritual heart. The spiritual heart is that essence that you become aware of when you, for instance, meditate. During meditation, between one thought and another, you can have a moment of silence when you are in touch with the spiritual part of yourself. See, when we pray, we talk to God. When we meditate, God is talking to us. So we should be not only the domain of the mind and the logic, but also in the spiritual domain, using silence, for instance, as a way of recharging yourself. Spending time in timeless experiences when you lose a sense of time. Find the proper rest in life, because we are always working. We are not, a machine. We need moments of rest. Also, for every stressful experience, there is a lesson to be learned if we ask ourselves, what can I learn? Then, simplicity is another principle which is of spiritual nature. In other words, there are three things in life: There are things that we have to do, like working for our livelihood. There are things that we love to do, like your work. And there are things that are not necessary nor pleasant. We drop them completely. And the final element is a spirituality, because in the spiritual domain lies the solution to our problems.
Dr. Bruno has much more to share with us. When we come back, we'll find out what life lessons he's learned.
The Success Library, Wisdom for Greatness, Power Quotes by Great African Americans and Africans, edited by Will Horton, is a 7-volume set of power quotations that inspire, motivate, and empower you. Volume 1, Empowering Thoughts on Success and Winning. Volume 2, Empowering Thoughts on the Mind and Your Mental Powers. Volume 3, Empowering Thoughts on the Self and Your Abilities. Volume 4, Empowering Thoughts on the Family. Volume 5, Empowering Thoughts on Life. Volume 6, Empowering Thoughts on Love and Happiness. Volume 7, Empowering Thoughts on Race and Culture. Buy the 7-book series at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for a 50% discount on this series. Shipping is free.
Discover the personal powers that unlock the genius and greatness in you. Will Horton has written a breakthrough book, The 30 Power Principles, 30 life-changing principles that will help to give birth to your greatness. The book and workbook will bring forth happiness, health, success, and greatness. Buy them at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or call Wisdom Books Incorporated at 773-445-2400 for free shipping. Make your child head of the class. Head of the Class Early Childhood Development Center, 1900 East 87th Street, Chicago. Committed to excellence in education. Call 773-721-7500.
For the best in limousine service, ride with a Butler. Call Butler Limousine, 708-758-5466.
Welcome back. We're talking about a healthy mind, body, and spirit with Dr. Bruno Cortis. What are some life lessons you've learned?
The first one is respect your body. See? The physician is not in charge. We are responsible for our body. And the way we respect our body is to listen into the body signals. The body doesn't have words, but has a language of symptoms. The body talks to you, giving you signals. It can be a little chest pain or stomach pain and so forth. So the body is trying to call for your attention. And if we notice that that symptom shows up on a regular basis, then the body is asking you, imploring you, go and see a doctor. Be checked. Because your body wishes for you a healthy, long life. But if we don't pay attention to the symptoms, then we may get into trouble. One way to respect your body is also to exercise. Now, you don't have to become a marathoner, because the people who live the longest are not the marathoners, but the people who walk, often slowly. There is a proverb which says, don't worry about walking slowly, worry about not stopping. And nourish yourself with healthy food, not too much. So treat your body like a temple. You are responsible for your own body. If you love yourself, love your body. The second principle I found is take time to relax. You know, in this modern society, we are taken by so many activities. Sometimes they are too many. And so we run out of gas, in a sense. And we don't take time to relax. Relaxation is not a luxury. It is a necessity. When you relax, you replenish your mind and body with vital energy necessary to continue your daily work and to enjoy life. So throughout the day, find moments of relaxation. The third principle is to accept yourself. Accept yourself just the way you are. You know, many of us have part of ourselves, of our personalities we don't like, and we don't consider them as lovable or acceptable. But self-acceptance has to be total and unconditional. The more you accept yourself, the easier it is to accept other people. Also, widen the sense of self-perception. We tend to identify ourselves with our job and equate self-worth with productivity. But we are much more than our job. So see yourself in the multiple roles that you play in life. A writer, a teacher, an editor, a TV producer. So all these are different facets of your personality that you were given by God. And you have to develop all of them. So don't see your work as a total thing. And as much as you can, we all need to be appreciated. Sometimes the word of appreciation doesn't come from other people. But remember, the most important acknowledgement is self-acknowledgement. So say to yourself meaningfully, I accept, I respect, and I appreciate myself.
You had an awakening because you were a patient in your own hospital.
Yes.
Tell me about that experience very briefly.
Yes. 7 years ago, I was told I had cancer. It was leukemia, chronic lymphocytic leukemia. For me, it was a cold shower because we tend to think of ourselves as perfect. Especially for physicians, it's difficult to become a patient. But that experience prompted me to look deep within themselves, trying to find the reasons. And in a moment of mental clarity, I discovered one key principle in life. In life, everything changes, including our life. So, to me, the experience of cancer was a wonderful experience because in reality, I discovered that the word cancer is an acronym. It means I can see.
Great advice, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing. And thank you for joining us on The Greatness in You. I look forward to meeting you one day and hearing about your journey to success and greatness. Remember, you have greatness in you.
This has been a W. Horton production.